morning, afternoon, whatever it is. I'll wait for a few people to join because I don't think it's quite 11 o'clock. I apologize for my background. It is just really cloudy outside, so this is the only area of the kitchen that has the most light. So there you go. Maybe I could turn it so you're not staring out at my backyard. No, you're just gonna be staring at my backyard. Oh well. It's a pretty backyard. And I did not, ooh, now I got the light check. Anyway, I can never get it right. I did not wear orange today because it was a pumpkin class. That was totally a coincidence. So now I feel a little silly, but I'm in the spirit of fall. Let's see, anybody joining us today? I know everyone will watch later. I never know when is a good time to do these cooking classes because schedules are insane right now with everything going on in school and telecommuting and dropping kids off here and there and pods and recess and lunch times are all different. So good thing it's recorded, right? Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started. It looks like people are starting to join. What time is it? Oh, I still have another minute. I'll be good and do it on time. So the next few weeks, just because fall is my favorite season, I love all seasons, but for some reason, fall just, I don't know, it just gets me. Like, I love the food. I love the changing of leaves. I don't love raking leaves, but I love that, and the weather gets colder. You don't have to wear a winter coat yet, but you can open your windows at night and not crank that AC, and hot drinks and pies and roast meats and stews, like it's all starting to happen. So fall is my favorite season for a lot of reasons, but one of the main reasons is the food that everybody starts baking and cooking in the fall, and the drinks that we start drinking. So today is going to be no-bake pumpkin pie tart, and then next week we're going to be doing another cocktail class, which will be in the afternoon as well. So let's get started. I'm trying to make sure, is it actually recording? I'm having so much trouble with my internet. Every time it rains, man. Every time it rains. I'm gonna assume we're okay. All right, I'm just gonna plow forward. So this is a really cool tart. It is actually not a bad for you dessert. However, I would not consider any desserts bad for you because they're desserts and they're good. They're good for your soul, as I always say. But this one has a lot of good fat in it. Nuts. There's dates. So there's a lot of natural sugars versus just pouring in white sugar. There's some yogurt, there's some pumpkin, so it covers a lot of the food groups as well. So it's delicious and good for you, and I wouldn't feel guilty about eating a huge slice of it at all. Not that I would anyway, but you can and not feel bad about it. So the first part is very simple. I have a blender. You can also use a food processor. My food processor is on back order from Rebel. For anybody who's tried to order Rebel from us recently knows that it's a battle. So I'm using my blender, which doesn't work quite as well, so bear with me, but we'll get through it. The first ingredient you want to add, and you can go ahead and chop them up depending on how good your blender or food processor is, but you want raw almonds. Not salted, roasted, raw almonds, just plain old raw raw almonds. 3/4 a cup into the blender. And then we have pecans. Same, these are actually broken up into little bits, but they're just raw pecans. Nothing has been done to them, or just they're to make sure. I have a lot of different nuts in my house, and sometimes I grab the wrong bag. To make sure they're just raw, tasty almonds, with all those good oils in there. Then we have dates. So this is the part that's very important to your tart. Since we're not baking it, this is what's going to help it stick together. You could also add butter to get it to stick together as well. But I just love the sweetness, the fallness, and the chewiness of dates. So I have 5 large dates that I have pitted. And if you've never had a date, it's very sticky and gooey, which is what you want. So I'm going to add them in a few at a time because the whole thing will seize up if I add them in all at once. And then the last thing that I add is pure maple syrup. That is also a little bit of sweetening agent. Also adds that really delicious fall flavor as well. Maple, cinnamon, pumpkin spice. So 2 teaspoons of that going in. Excuse me. Piece of pecan went down the wrong pipe. Alright. Put the top on it. And blend. So bear with me 1 second. Put the rest of the dates in there. Break them up a little bit, because it does fling together like glue. 5 dates. Okay. That's it. Taste it if you want. If it's a little too sweet, add a dash of... I don't know what's wrong with this. Alright, I'm going to pretend I'm just doing great. Okay. Add a little salt to it if it doesn't taste sweet enough. If it's not sticky enough, this is kind of a recipe. It's baking, but you might have to mess with it a little bit because you're not giving exact measurements. Your dates are not all the same size. I say large dates, but dates don't grow the same size ever. So you might have to add another half a date, or maybe a little more maple syrup, or you just have to mess with it a little bit. In fact, I already pitted an extra date just in case this did not stick together, which I think it is. So yay! So just take your blade out of your blender. Done that before. Shocking to you all that I have done something stupid in the kitchen before. Yes, take your blade out of your blender and just pour it into a tart pan. This is a 9-inch tart pan. You can use a cake pan, you can use a loaf pan. It honestly really doesn't matter because again, you're not baking it. So you can kind of form it to whatever shape you want. I just think a tart pan looks so beautiful. So, hi Christina, hi Patty, how are you? Okay. Getting really messy. Oh, I hear feet. Oh, I see feet. Hi Asher. Asher's gonna join me. He's in recess. Alright, buddy.
Hi.
Hi. Hey, guess who's on there? Christina, Jack, and Archer.
Ooh.
I know.
Why does it look like bird seeds?
It does look like bird seeds, Asher. Thank you so much for pointing that out. It tastes better than bird seeds, though, I assure you. Okay, so,
Of course it does.
and I didn't know he was coming down, but that's okay. You can help me. Yay!
Wait,
Thank
I
you.
have to go backstairs and tell Daddy.
Daddy's here today. Hurry up. Tell him what?
I'm gonna tell him I might stay down here for a little bit longer. Help me. Do not.
I don't think he'll care, but you go for it. Okay. You can do whatever. Do it. You might not care. You can stay here if you want. Okay. So homeschool or school at home. The joys.
Yeah.
So you can see a little bit of it moved. All right. So it's not moving. It's sticking together. Those dates are holding it together. They fling dates across the room. Delicious. All right. So this is gonna go. Stand here and smile while I go put this in the refrigerator. This is going to go in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this maple syrup?
Okay. Huh?
Is this maple syrup?
Yes, I put that in the tart. Okay, go scoot over, buddy. All right, so we're done with the crust.
You know me and Daddy are playing Minecraft.
Legos? Cool. You want to go do that? Okay. All right.
I'm just going to days down here for a little bit longer.
Okay. So,
Because I have to make sure no zombies are trying to blow up my whole house.
play Minecraft Lego for you parents if you don't know what he's talking about.
Of course you do.
Everyone knows Minecraft.
It's not Lego.
Oh, you're not playing Lego?
I'm not going back up there in a little while.
Okay, let mommy finish the cooking class. And then you can...
It really isn't Lego. It's like Roblox kind of.
Roblox. Okay.
But their heads are blocks. Their heads are square, everyone. That's nuts.
It's pretty nuts. Okay, so the next step, again, no bake. So
You just
super...
put them, like the nuts, you just put in the freezer.
Yeah, you're gonna have to let me talk. Okay, I really want your help. Just bear with me. Alright, so the filling is super easy as well, and it's got lots of good ingredients. The first ingredient, again, if you have fresh pumpkin, by all means, do fresh pumpkin. I have canned for today. That's okay. Canned is good. Canned is good too. This is just 100% pure pumpkin. Yeah. Pure pumpkin puree. Don't. It's gonna taste good. You never say ooh on Mommy's cooking class.
I didn't say ew.
That's not good.
I didn't say ew.
Oh, okay. You should say, this is so delicious. All right, so just 1 can of pumpkin puree, 15 ounces. The next thing that's going in is, it is pumpkin. The next thing that's going in is cream cheese. I know, me too. A cup of cream cheese. Okay, set that over there, please. All right, so that's going in. Here, how about you throw this stuff away?
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I didn't say ew.
You did say ooh.
It's delicious.
Throw it in the trash can. All right, then we want some whole Greek yogurt, whole milk Greek yogurt. You don't want to skimp on the fat part of this, and Greek yogurt's good for you too. So, yeah, it is, and it adds that extra tanginess, which is really, really nice. Complements it well. So, 1/4 cup of that. 1 second. And then you're gonna add 1 cup of brown sugar.
Ooh, I love brown sugar.
Yeah.
Can I eat some?
Sure. Okay. I'm sure your teacher will love that after recess. Okay, so 1 cup of brown sugar.
This is the best sugar I ever tasted in my whole entire life.
It is pretty good. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract.
You're just wasting all the brown sugar.
Nope. I also like to use almond extract every once in a while. That is delicious as well. And I should give a plug to one of our vendors who makes the most delicious vanilla extract. And I apologize, I have not been using it on the show because I had a different brand, which we also carry in the store, so hopefully they're not listening. But Vein Vanilla, the Baker's blend, is so good, and it's one of the only ones that has
Bakers.
He's just trying. He's forgetting what I'm saying. It's the only one that has the actual vanilla bean in it. So when you're done with the extract, you can use the vanilla bean for something else. Yeah. So I'm gonna get on that, and it is stocked in our store. So anyway, Vein, V-A-I-N. Some of the best vanilla I've ever had. Just wanted to throw that out there because it is baking season, and I love the people that own that company. They're awesome. So the next thing is pumpkin pie spice, which is cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, I'm going to forget something, and allspice. So you can use,
I want to forget something.
Asher, could you go tell Daddy that you're down here?
Okay.
Thank you.
He already knows. I told him.
I think I heard him knocking on the floor. Can you go tell him?
Yeah.
Thanks.
See you in a little bit. Bye.
He's adorable. I know you may not think so. And he's my own child, and now he can't get out of the door. There you go. But he's adorable. I just don't want to have him around when I turn this thing on. Alright, so that's pumpkin pie spice. The next thing is kind of like a little, you don't have to add it, but again, you guys know that I'm like nutso for coconut milk. So, I love to add this, and important note.
Hi everyone again.
Okay, Asher, can you let me talk real fast? Okay. Can you let me talk real fast?
Yes.
Okay.
Stand here.
Okay, alright. When you open a can of coconut milk, you have cream on the top that looks like this. Underneath that is actually a clear coconut milk, but it's more clear. So at the top it should all be resting up on the top of the can. So don't shake your can. Another way to make sure that happens, you can throw it in the refrigerator for about 45 minutes to an hour before you cook this recipe, and it should all rise to the top. So all I want from this can of coconut milk is the okay, all I want is the cream off the top of the can of coconut milk.
That looks good.
Because this is the fatty but delicious part. I know, doesn't it? It looks amazing.
It looks awesome.
So, I mean, again, there's no real exact measurement to this. We don't need a ton of it, but it adds just that extra little punch of flavor. Then, I'm going to give you a supplemental recipe at the end that I already have sitting in front of me that you might be able to see in the corner of the camera to use the rest of this coconut milk.
Do you want?
Or make curry or something later.
Like syrup?
No, I do not. Just sit there, no, please do not touch the blender.
No, not the blender.
Please touch the blender. Thank you. Alright, so we're going to blend it all together with a hand mixer. Please, just keep your hands back.
Hey, it looks like a tornado.
It does look like a tornado. Is this going to taste delicious though?
It looks like a cookie.
And it smells like pumpkin pie.
Wait, are you making pumpkin pie?
Yes.
This is loud.
Alright, so mix that all together till it's creamy and orange. Yum.
More or less cream
And there might be a few little chunks of cream cheese here and there. Mine wasn't completely softened, but if you have it softened before you put it in there, that should not be a problem.
Yeah.
So this is the filling. So take your pie, or sorry, your tart crust.
What do you mean pie? Hi everyone. Why did the apple cross the road? Because his nose grows backwards.
Okay.
This is
We have a bench at the end of the counter if you wonder why I keep stepping up like this. I'm not so vain about me being short that I need to have a step ladder.
We're losing now.
Okay, so let's pretend this was in there for 45 minutes.
I can sit right here.
Then we are going to
Oh my gosh, you're not pouring that on me.
pour the filling. And I will not pour it into you. Can you get off the edge of it though? Because you're going to fall. Into your tart crust.
This is
And
Looks
smooth.
like a pie.
It does look like a pie. It's
Ooh.
a tart. And smooth it out.
Can you smash it into
Can you put that over there in the sink?
Yes, can you smash it into a million pieces, please?
You're going to put this in the refrigerator for about 2 hours or longer, depending. And can you turn the water off, please? And the coconut milk and the cream cheese will harden. It won't be like the perfect texture, like sliced cleanly through a pie. It acts sometimes a little more like a pudding, but that's okay because it's delicious. But it should hold together pretty well. This is what it looks like when it's done. See, it's not moving.
Oh my gosh.
All smoothed in the top.
Can
You can. Did I have any? I don't think I had brought any over.
What is it?
Oh, can you go grab those? So what I like to do too is sprinkle some pecans, chopped pecans on the top.
I mean this?
Yeah, no, the pecans, please. Thank you. Can I have them, please? Thank you. You can sprinkle them on top. Sorry, I wasn't prepared for a kid to help me today, so I'm not.
Yeah, you
Not my right mindset. Okay.
Correct.
So yeah, you can sprinkle just a few on the top, or you can put chocolate chips on the top, which is delicious as well. But the kiddos will love it. Maybe you can have this for lunch. All right. So the next thing I wanted to show you, and this is not part of my planned part of the cooking class, but I'm going to show you because we have leftover coconut milk, which is absolutely delicious.
I'm gonna make a face, you know.
Okay, make a face. It is Halloween.
It's a macaroni.
Okay.
Making a happy macaroni.
All right. Can you let mommy talk for a second?
Yes.
Can you go over there and decorate?
Yes.
All right. Just go over there and decorate. Okay. So this is really cool. So, pumpkin, canned pumpkin. Sorry. But of course you may use real pumpkin as well. The additional coconut milk into your blender. This is a Vitamix blender, everyone. The best blender around.
I got some on my finger. Can I lick it?
Yes. Okay. So can of the leftover coconut milk and half a can of the pumpkin. I like to add a. Can you keep decorating, please? That doesn't look good enough. You can do better. Make a pumpkin on it.
And this tastes.
It's gonna look so good. Just do it.
This tastes so good after it's baked.
It's not gonna be baked. Add a spoonful of almond butter for your protein. Did I even say what we're making? We're making a smoothie. It occurred to me I might not have said what we were doing. Put it in a blender. And blend. And you have a pumpkin, almond, coconut smoothie.
You're done? Don't pour it on me, Mommy.
And what kiddos really like, because kiddos will eat this. Trust me. Sprinkle it with a few chocolate chips. See? See? Told ya. And you're done. So, hold on, Asher. I'm almost done, sweetie, and then we can eat the cake. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a no-bake pumpkin tart. It's very simple. Nuts and dates. You can play with the recipe a little bit. You can add some spice to the crust. And then the filling is just a can of pumpkin, some Greek yogurt, the cream of the coconut milk on the top of the can, a cup of brown sugar, a little vanilla, and some pumpkin pie spice. And all it takes is a blender, a mixer, and a refrigerator, and enjoy. That's it. And it's also really, really easy to make ahead of time because it can sit in the refrigerator for up to a couple days, if it lasts that long. And let me know if you enjoy it and if you try it. And next week we'll be having the same day, Thursday, except at 4 because we're doing another happy hour. We are doing a Halloween cocktail called a witch's brew. Maybe we'll do a mocktail for you, youngster.
I'm done.
You want to say bye?
Bye.
Bye.
See you next time. Halloween specials.
Yeah, Halloween special happy hour next week. Bye, y'all.